Next up is the one person I know who asked me to stop calling him sir, but I refuse. Please give it up for Angelo.
Sir, I like it. I actually tried to convince him, but he won't. Angelo. Nice to see all you nice, handsome, pretty people back at IPC. You arrived Wednesday from your European trip, am I right? I heard the whispers on Tuesday. People already, fuck, they're coming back. They're going to ruin IPC. They're so loud and disgusting. And... True story. I asked Tira to sit right in front of the VIP zone because she told me she had this dream/nightmare that she was at the comedy show and then suddenly I asked her to step up and do a show. So Tira, just from her point of view, this show is more stressful than it is from the comedian. This is like, I'm the priest, this is the cross, and she's the little girl in bed with the demon possessing her. You gotta face your demon. That's what comedians do, right? They're facing their demons. They are taking a chance, they're doing something unexpected, making you laugh, and making you laugh for the rest of the term, because you can bring this up anytime you want. So, yeah. So how many of you are back? Like 20? Yeah? It's good to hear. New tattoos? Yeah. New piercings? Yeah. I noticed a few new haircuts, so I hope you had a good time in Ibiza. That doesn't sound like Holocaust memorial kind of stuff. I'm just saying. All right, but you still look beautiful. I used to be a handsome young man, but I'm not young anymore. I'm 33. Oh my God. The age of Christ when he died for your sins. And I got a phone call this morning, and it was my mom. And it turns out, I'm still handsome. Moms have this thing, right? They lie to your face, about your face. They're like really good. The more they love you, the more they lie to you. She told me I'm her favorite son. Technically not a lie, but I'm the only son. So, it doesn't feel that good. So, I am really, really proud of all of these comedians. I just want to make a side note that we worked hard, sweat and blood, and everything else that you heard in the men's toilet. I don't know about the girls' toilet, but there was a lot of effort put into this comedy show. Now, I know that I sound jealous when I say you young, handsome, pretty people are back from your trip, and I am jealous, to be fair, because I'm not in my prime years anymore, right? I know how my face looks. You know, I'm maybe a 6 these days. Do I hear 7? Do I hear 7? Do I hear 7? Do I hear 7? 7? Thank you, Matthias. Do I hear an 8? 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 8? Thank you, Matthias. My confidence just got a boost, and I didn't need to take any selfies. Now, I know that, you know, because of my current life, my eyes look tired, my beard looks like an old man's beard, you know, I don't smile so much anymore, I'm a bit tired, and let's not talk about this beer belly. You know, in the beginning I looked down and I was like, fuck, what the hell is going on? But now it's kind of growing on me. You know, when people heard about the baby, you know, I'm having a new baby, they were all like, oh, I heard you and Bognar are pregnant. It's her that's pregnant, just to clarify. I do like wearing her pregnancy pants. They're elastic and very comfy in the winter, but I'm not pregnant. Now, what I want to tell you with this is that, you know, even though we do a little bit of self-deprecating humor, we make fun of ourselves, I'm really proud of one thing about my face, which is my Hollywood nose. I don't know if you notice. I have Tom Cruise nose. It looks good from the front, it looks good from the side, it looks good from the back. Just like in the posters. If you never noticed a Tom Cruise poster, that's how it is. And the thing about looks is you can't live from your looks. Let that be a lesson to you kids. You can't live from your noses all of your life. Eventually you have to get a real job, you know? All of those free drinks, VIP passes to the concert, all those chicks that this nose got me, that's in the past. Eventually I had to get a real job. I annoyed IBC so much they got me a job, and I'm really proud of this job. I'm happy to be here. Thank you so much. Now, this job offered me the opportunity to do what I love to do, which is to ask people uncomfortable questions. So, in my early years, I used to ask this more often than now. I used to ask people, what do you want to be when you grow up? It's an important question, right? It's about your dreams. It's about like what really matters in life. And actually, today, 1st of November, my dad is getting retired. Pretty crazy, mind-blowing idea. Wow, retired. You're leaving a job behind. So I ask him, what do you want to be when you grow up? Because it's a new stage in his life. That's important. So I was in the common room and I asked Michael, what do you want to be when you grow up? He looked at me. He looked at his phone, searching for answers. Well, and that's fair, because when you're 18, you don't know what you want to be when you grow up. Am I right? I didn't know what I wanted to be when I grew up. But when you're 6, you know exactly what you want to be when you grow up. You don't want to be an astronaut. You want to be a fireman. You want to be a vet. You want to be a singer. You want to be sergeant. You want to be someone with friends. You know, you want to be all these things. I wanted to be a mailman. I know, exotic. But my dreams came crashing when I was around 11, 12. So 11, 12, it was in the 90s. I was in a line for the post office, my favorite place. And a bunch of people in front of me. I have no phone, no smartphone. That's how the times were. I was super bored, didn't know how to entertain myself. So naturally, I started to create some vacuum in my mouth, making fish faces. Nothing to do. Suddenly, the person in front of me moves away, and the lady at the counter is like, next! Putting pressure, because that's the big line. I'm like, there's like space vacuum in my face. There's no way this super glue is going to go away. So I step in, and I'm like, hola. Really uncomfortable. I had to move city. In fact, I moved country. Now I work in Denmark. But that's what happens. Sometimes, you know, your dreams can't happen. But you have to learn to move past it and enjoy whatever job life gives you. One of the things that, you know, I have to say, what do I want to be when I grow up? Thank you for asking. Is rich and famous. I know it sounds superficial, but I have a Hollywood nose. What did you expect? So, the rich part, let's talk about that. I live in Denmark. I have a fair salary. I can buy all the salty licorice I want. I'm almost there. That's how Danes assess how wealthy you are. Salty licorice. Now, that's not the difficult part, right? The tricky part is being famous. How does one become famous in 2019? Exactly. You leak a sex tape. Isn't it true? I mean, how many people do you know that had the sex tape leaked and they became really famous? That's my plan A. Would this be your belly? No. Plan B. I can go viral. Am I right? 2019, I can go viral with a video of me doing stand-up at IBC. Yeah. I don't hear anyone laughing. So, plan C. I don't have plan C. So back to plan A. And that is why I teach workout class twice a week. One day. So, the thing is that I would love to meet famous people, you know? I would love to meet the people who write my favorite books, who compose my favorite songs, who direct the movies. I wish I directed those bastards. So, I would love to meet these people. They're super cool, right? But I'm not famous enough to meet them, you know? Because famous people, they hang out with famous people. That's why we never see Soren around. It's like a club. So, last term, I took some students to the stadium where you guys had a little movie thing. And we're watching a match, and behind me is a Bond villain. You know Mads Mikkelsen? Yeah. You heard about this guy? Danish actor, internationally known. He was in Doctor Strange and whatnot. This guy is sitting 3 meters from us. We're all cinema students, going crazy. It's like throwing underwear and taking selfies with him. And what do? Act casual. That's the Danish thing to do. The Danish norm is you ignore each other. Have you been to a bus stop? There's like the 2-meter rule. Like you don't send in your personal space. So that's exactly what I do. Because one day I might be famous. And I want to be friends with Mads Mikkelsen. You know, I don't want him to remember me as the weirdo who was like, ooh, taking photos and whatnot. So it's up to you to make me famous. So, thumbs up. share, subscribe, hit that bell, become part of my notification squad, and let me be friends with Mads Mikkelsen. Thank you very much.